Sean Diddy Combs is on trial in New York City. Daily updates. June 12. The fifth and final day of Jane Doe's testimony wrapped up with more details about her relationship with Diddy. During cross-examination, the jury saw more text messages between Jane and her ex, and the defense's mention of an unidentified an icon in the music industry became a hot topic. The defense questioned Jane about a night in January 2024 when she allegedly found herself in a Las Vegas hotel room with the unidentified rapper, a male escort, and a group of other people. According to Jane, the Vegas trip was to celebrate the mystery rapper's wife or girlfriend. The judge said the defense, which is using the trip as evidence that Diddy was simply a swinger, could not name the musician. During redirect examination, Jane said she would fake orgasms during freak-offs in order to make them better. "I was putting on a show," she told the court, before noting that she doesn't remember every hotel night. "I wish I could forget them," she added. June 13. The day began with testimony from Homeland Security Special Agent Andre Lemon, who spoke about the government's March 2024 raid of Diddy's Los Angeles residence. Lemon testified that agents found 200 bottles of baby oil and 900 bottles of Astroglide lubricant, as well as 6 envelopes labeled with the letter K, which the prosecution said tested positive for ketamine. Lemon also told the court that agents found long guns, AR-15-style weapons, Smith & Wesson rifles, a Ruger rifle, and a Glock pistol at Diddy's home, as well as 59 rounds of green-tip ammunition, which he said is meant to penetrate body armor. During cross-examination, Lemon said the Diddy raid marked the first time he'd ever found large amounts of lubricant during one of his investigations. Outside the courthouse, there was a brief stir when Kanye West arrived in an all-white outfit, seemingly to watch the day's proceedings. He observed in an overflow room for about 10 minutes before leaving. The second witness of the day was Jonathan Perez, who worked as an assistant for Diddy between 2021 and 2024 while he was dating Jane Doe. Perez claimed that part of his job entailed setting up freak-offs, which he knew as king nights. After the parties, Perez allegedly arranged massages and IV drips for Diddy and his guests. At one point, Perez claimed he found a sex tape showing Jane having intercourse with another man while Diddy watched on a company iPad. During cross-examination, Perez said he never saw firearms in Diddy's bathrooms, bedrooms, or on his person.
The judge officially dismissed the aforementioned juror on June 16th. The juror will be replaced by an alternate. Week 6 of the trial began with prosecutors calling U.S. Attorney's Office paralegal Ananya Sankar to the stand. Serving as a summary witness, Sankar reviewed messages from the phone of Diddy's former chief of staff, Christina Coram. In a 2018 text from Cassie, she said she, quote, "can't do the violence, kick me out of my house stuff anymore. I just can't." In 2023 text messages, Jane Doe told Coram there would be, quote, "no more hotel nights," and she was done with, quote, "hard partying." Jane also shared with Coram that Diddy was allegedly threatening to expose sex tapes where she's heavily drugged and, quote, "doing things for him." After Cassie's lawsuit was filed, Diddy tried to reach Mia, and he said he needed to, quote, "clear up a few things," per NBC. Other text messages allege that Coram was worried about a 2016 report of him and Cassie breaking up, but the outlet reported she was relieved by what was published. The jury also saw text messages of Diddy and Cassie arranging an alleged freak-off at a hotel. June 17th. A special agent for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York continued her testimony as a summary witness, presenting records and timelines relating to Cassie and Diddy's relationship. According to one text message, the former couple planned to have an alleged freak-off one day before Diddy was caught on camera physically assaulting Cassie at the Intercontinental Hotel. During cross-examination, the defense tried to show that Cassie had more agency during her interactions with Diddy than she previously claimed while testifying in court. While the prosecution previously said they may rest their case on June 18th, Comey said it's now likely they won't rest until June 20th, as Penland's testimony took longer than expected. After the prosecution rests, the defense will call its own witnesses, though the number of people testifying will likely be less than those called by the prosecution. The judge also considered the possibility of removing a second juror after one member of the panel was removed on June 16th. Because the situation was discussed behind closed doors, it's not yet clear what issue there is with the second juror.
June 20th. Following a two-day break for a sick juror and the Juneteenth holiday, court resumed with testimony from Brendan Paul, a former assistant for Diddy who worked for him from late 2022 to March 2024. Paul claimed that he had to purchase thousands of dollars worth of drugs for his ex-boss, including marijuana, cocaine, pink cocaine, ketamine, and ecstasy. At one point, Paul was arrested for cocaine possession, which he claimed happened because he accidentally had some of Diddy's drugs in his bag. During cross-examination, the defense noted that no one asked Paul to carry the cocaine on that occasion. After Paul finished his testimony, his lawyer, Brian Bieber, issued a statement saying that it should clarify Paul was never a drug mule for Diddy or anyone else. Bieber continued he was subpoenaed to come to court and tell the truth, which he did, word for word. Now that Brendan has finally had the opportunity to tell the full story about his employment, we are hopeful that the last 15 months of defamatory statements about him will cease. The second witness of the day was Joseph Cercellio, a special agent for Homeland Security investigations. Cercellio spoke about documents related to a Diddy hotel stay in January 2023. His testimony is expected to continue on June 23rd.